Hello Capricorn, I am Jen with Timeline Tarot and I'm here to give you your What's the Tea Tarot reading for the week of May 12th, 2024. In this reading, I'll be drawing 3 cards from the What's the Tea Oracle deck. I will clarify each of those cards with 2 tarot cards and then use the remainder of the deck to clarify the message for you even further. Please remember, this is a collective general reading, not individualized or personalized to you, and therefore it's quite possible that not every message that comes through today will resonate with you, and if that's the case, it's okay. It just means it's for another Capricorn watching. My hope, though, is that we can hop onto your timeline and give you some insight for the week ahead. So with all that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Capricorn Collective for the week of May 12th, 2024. What do they not see coming? What do they need to know about? And what do they need to prepare for? For Capricorn for the week ahead. One more shuffle, please, and thank you. First card out, we have Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. Next card out, we have Into You. So you could be experiencing good chemistry, great vibes, and positivity with the a love in your life. And then we have Giving Money, which could also be resources. So you could be giving or receiving money, time, love, etc. Into some endeavor, occupation, project, or even a relationship. Bottom of the tarot deck, I always say this is what you don't see coming. Bottom of the What's the Tea Oracle deck are issues that you will have to contend with this week, but to a lesser degree than the 3 cards that came out. We have Moves in Silence, Queen Rising, that would be you, male or female, coming into your power, being praised for an accomplishment, finding victory, and just really like coming into the spotlight this week. And then Haunted, you could be dealing with some memories or flashbacks, maybe even trauma about a past relationship or experience, so just be mindful of all of that. Let's get into tarot and see what that has for you. Please clarify Wolf in Sheep's Clothing for the Capricorn Collective. Now, if I remember correctly, Capricorn, the last 2 weeks, you've had some tension, or at least people trying to start some tension or conflict or grief in your life, some of them using like aliases online and stuff like that. So it looks like you still have a wolf in sheep's clothing in your midst. So let's see what this is all about. Further clarify Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, please, for the Capricorn Collective for this week. One more shuffle, please, and thank you. Wolf in Sheep's Clothing, clarified by the Emperor, as well as the Empress. Well, look at that divine pair setting the record straight. All right, Into You. Why is Into You here for the Capricorn Collective for this week? What do they need to know about Into You? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Into You, clarified by Justice, as well as the Six of Pentacles. I just want to say this is a very small card spread, and out of 4 cards, 3 are already major arcana cards, meaning some sort of divine intervention this week. Giving Money. Why is Giving Money here for the Capricorn Collective this week? Oh, thank you. There's that conflict card. That's what's been coming out for 2 weeks for you now. I'm going to keep this aside. Conflict with the Strength card, another major arcana card. Further clarify Giving Money, please, for the Capricorn Collective. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Giving Money, clarified by the 3 of Wands and the Lovers card, another major arcana card. This is a big week for you, Capricorn. Bottom of the deck, overall energy, or what you may be dealing with this week, feeling energetic or passionate about a particular situation or project, maybe even lustful regarding a love or romantic relationship. Definitely a sense of adventure with this card. 6 of Swords, moving into calmer waters. It looks like you will be leaving behind any stress, conflict, or grief that you may have dealt with recently. And then King of Swords, this could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, possibly masculine, doesn't have to be, but this could also be you this week, seeking the truth or trying to have a intellectual conversation with someone in an effort to acquire the truth from them. And then 2 of Wands, which I like because that precedes the 3 of Wands. So some of you might actually have like vacation on your mind, or a preparation to move forward, or maybe even expand an enterprise. So let's begin clarifying. Why is the Emperor here? The Emperor is an authority figure, a father figure, someone who's very structured, solid, very foundational in their life. Could be an older figure, doesn't necessarily have to be, and could also be an Aries. Let's further clarify the Emperor. One more shuffle, please, and thank you. Emperor, clarified by the Hierophant, another major arcana card. 6 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Wow, Capricorn, I absolutely love this reading for you already. The Empress, why is the Empress here? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Empress, clarified by the Ace of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Eight of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. Home life looks very, very good for you this week, Capricorn. For those of you that are single, it's quite possible you will be meeting your counterpart this week that you will most likely go on to marry and have a very traditional, whatever traditional means for you, traditional based relationship, something that leads you to, you know, happy home life, happy wife, happy life type of thing. Something that gives your life real victory, real public achievement. Ten of Cups, your ultimate wish fulfillment, someone you could build and work to have a future with, and even like this passionate new beginning in your life. For those of you that you are currently in a marriage, a long-term marriage, right? We have the Hierophant card, the Ten of Cups, the Empress, and the Emperor. I mean, these are typically divine partners here, especially with that Hierophant card right there, and the Lover's card. So for those of you in an existing marriage, it's very fruitful working together with your partner this week. Maybe some passionate exercises. We do have the Ace of Wands here. It's a phallic symbol, but just feeling very exuberant and warm towards one another, very vibrant, very determined to work together towards some type of goal. Perhaps the two of you will be working together to deal with whatever this wolf in sheep's clothing is. I want to clarify that a little bit further, because I see either you and your current counterpart, or you meeting a counterpart this week where you really do have like the fairy tale happily ever after ending, and it's very victorious, and lots of love and lots of passion and great working together towards the future. Again, whether it's a new relationship or existing, I'm just not sure what the wolf in sheep's clothing is here, unless it is for those of you that don't have anyone and you're meeting someone new this week. This person could appear to look different, or, you know, be a different type of person than what you're normally used to. But I still don't like that wolf in sheep's clothing. Let's clarify that further for Capricorn, please. One more shuffle, please. And actually, you know what? I should set my intention better. Who is the wolf in sheep's clothing? Who is the wolf in sheep's clothing for Capricorn this week? One more shuffle, please, and thank you. The wolf in sheep's... No, not a major arcana card. That's impossible. Archangel Michael would never be a wolf in sheep's clothing. Something's going to restore balance in your connection. One more shuffle here. Oh, please and thank you. Thank you. I just got it. I'll further clarify. King of Pentacles. Yep. Seven of Wands and the King of Cups. Okay. Now I get it. Sorry, sometimes it takes me even a second to get all the messages downloaded. There has been a wolf in sheep's clothing in your life. Someone who maybe you appeared, who was like either like close in your circle, or maybe at one time you saw them as being a friend, a family friend, even could be a family member. And this person has turned on you either recently, or, you know, it's just someone that when you look at them, you're like, wow, I never would have thought that he or she would have ended up doing that, or doing this, or saying that, or saying this, because in the past they were like a sheep, right? They came across as being very sweet and very innocent, and really what they were was like an attack dog, right? They were a wolf. This week there is really divine intervention here at play for you, bringing balance and order into this situation where you had to deal with this person, male or female, who was like brought into your life betrayal, deception. They were sneaky, they were stealth. This was probably the person that you have dealt with in the last week or two, or the people, because remember, you had a lot of conflict. For those of you resonating with that storyline, it looks like you and your spouse, you and your partner, you and the counterpart you meet this week, for those of you that are single, really come together, rise above the fray. That's probably why we saw that Queen Rising card for a lot of you, rising above the fray, and just being very victorious in your personal life this week. Absolutely divine intervention, bringing a lot of love and abundance into your life this week, and probably some clarity as well when it comes to this person. Perhaps the wolf had no teeth. The wolf in sheep's clothing, maybe their bark was bigger than their bite. Whatever it is, it looks like they're backing down this week due to some sort of divine intervention. You and your counterpart rising above the fray and continuing to work together, either in an existing prosperous life or marriage that you have, or one that you will be building together in the future. So good on you. I'm glad I clarified that further. Into you, we have the Justice card and the Six of Pentacles. Why is Justice card here? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Justice clarified by Three of Cups, Five of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. Why is Six of Pentacles here, and what does that have to do with into you for Capricorn this week? Why does Six of Pentacles? One more shuffle, please, and thank you. Six of Pentacles clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords to the Queen of Swords to the again that Two of Wands card, and I like seeing the Nine of Cups sneaking up back there. Oh, with the Nine of Pentacles, that doesn't get any better. That's great. Okay. For a lot of you that are meeting a new individual this week, you're going to feel as if, yes, there was some divine intervention at play for the two of you to meet, that you were like destined to find one another. You are going to feel, or you will feel, that this is justice for whatever heartache or betrayal or loss you experienced in the past. The ability to find this new person who will give to you equally, where a relationship will be reciprocal, there will be an equal give and take of love and resources, etc. You're going to feel very vindicated because of whatever you went through in the past. So for those of you seeking a new relationship, I do see one entering your life. The Three of Cups card being here, this is celebration, being together. For some of you that have been on a break from a person, maybe it was disconnected or you had some hardship lately, I do see reunion on the table for you this week, even though there was some loss or grief for the disconnection in the connection. Maybe you felt self-imposed in a way, like a self-imposed prison, if you will, kind of thinking of the negative stuff, like this is never going to come back together again. This week is the week for most of you where that relationship, that connection is restored, and there is celebration on the table along with equal give and take, working together towards a future, lots of communication going back and forth. This could also be travel. So a lot of you could maybe be planning like a day trip with this person or a date with this person, or maybe even like an extended travel. And then of course your Knight in Shining Armor, Capricorn. So for those of you that are single, love is looking excellent for you this week. For those of you that are already paired up, it continues to be a very excellent week for you in terms of love. Lots of communication, most likely travel. I just heard jewelry. I don't know. Please, like, don't think everyone's going to get jewelry, but I feel there's a very specific message about someone out there getting, receiving jewelry as a gift. Receiving jewelry as a gift. Okay. All right. We did have the Four of Wands below before with the Ten of Cups. It's possible for those of you in an existing relationship where you're not married, this might be a week or that either your counterpart is like will propose to you or is preparing to propose to you. Thank you, Spirit. I just got that. Okay, because we do have like two proposal cards, one on the table and one was in the deck, kind of what you don't see coming. So ladies, if that's for you, get your nails done so they look all pretty when you show your ring online. Giving money. Why is giving money here? Three of Wands and the Lovers. Looks like there's going to be a choice about either expanding a business, an enterprise, or preparing to go on vacation, or maybe preparing to lend someone money. But there's definitely a choice here in regards to resources. Why is the Three of Wands here? One more shuffle, please, and thank you. Three of Wands clarified by the Fool card, Four of Pentacles, and the Sun. I can't believe the major arcana cards in your read this week. Lovers. Why is the Lovers here, and what does that have to do with giving money? One more shuffle, please, and thank you. Lovers is clarified by the Hermit, another major arcana card. The Eight of Swords, and another major arcana card. Okay. Page of Cups to the Queen of Cups to the Three of Swords to the World card to the Devil. For a lot of you this week, you are shutting the door on the devil. That wolf in sheep's clothing person we talked about earlier, the person or people that have been like creating conflict. Remember I told you in the beginning of the read that you or you and your counterpart kind of rising above the fray, so to speak, and not really paying attention to this person, continuing with your life. That's what this is all about. You're not going to give, right? Giving money card. You're not going to give any more time or resources to what this is, to this strife, conflict, deception, the grief, the competition, the conflict. You're done with it. You don't want to argue with this person or these people anymore. It's taking you a lot of strength to hold back because Capricorns are not quiet. They're one of the loudest earth signs, to be quite honest. And yes, you're practical and ambitious and patient and humorous, but you also defend yourselves very well, especially your families. But I see you this week just kind of really using all the strength you have to almost like bite your tongue and pivot and redirect your attention to other issues. So that giving money card is giving no resources to whatever this crap is, for lack of a better term. And instead, you are just going to make the choice, right? Make the choice, a lot of strength, make the choice, give no resources to that. And instead, let's continue planning, maybe plan a trip, plan expanding a business, like I said, definitely a future looking card, and almost like taking the risk here. I want to say taking the leap to hold on to more important things in your life, things that actually give you stability and foundation and financial security, and not being bothered by this malarkey that's happening here with this person or this group of people. It's almost like a whistle and Dixie kind of feeling, like just going about your business, making a choice to put it behind. Yes, you did some soul searching. Yeah, it bothered you. Whatever this person or these people did, sure, of course it bothered you. This week, there's a rebirth for you, rebirth in your life, meaning you're kind of like closing this chapter. I had the World card here, so yeah, closing the chapter on whatever toxic, look at that, toxicity, betrayal, whatever this person or people did to you, really putting it behind you and focus solely. I love this. Judgment, rebirth, focus on your sun, the sun, happiness, vitality, your future, healing. You know, I really like all this, and what I especially like about it is whatever secrets there were, wolf in sheep's clothing, people using aliases from last week, whatever was hidden hidden in the dark, under the moonlight, so to speak, either has come into the sunlight for you or will come into the sunlight for you this week. And I think for some of you, you're going to see who your real friends and allies really were. If it doesn't happen this week, it might happen in the next week or two. So just pay attention to that. But it looks like you are putting an end to the toxicity by no longer feeding it. And if that's your storyline, good on you, Capricorn. Really excellent week for your home life, your family life, finding new love. Your existing relationship is very strong. Some of you making future plans, but the overall key thing for the week is making the decision, the conscious choice to no longer feed the beast, feed the monster, and instead pivot and pour that energy into your life, which looks absolutely brilliant at this point. So good on you, Capricorn. I hope you have an excellent week. If you like this message, if any part of it resonated with you, or you just want to claim it as your own, please be sure to click like, share, subscribe. Drop me some comments below. I'm really curious to know how that whole conflict thing plays out for you, and what new enterprises or travel trips you are planning for your future. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.